Hello and welcome back to Beckler Guitars and Repair, and today we're looking at something pretty special. So my friend who's a custom builder and owns a INUKSHUK custom guitars sent me another one. This one is called the Inquisitor and it's got some insane specs. Let's check it out. Alright, so yes, this is a custom built guitar, built using, old methods, hand tools, stuff like that. No CNC machines involved, so a lot of work went into this thing, and it's made out of all sorts of premium woods and high-end specs and parts. So yeah, let's start getting into it. So this is made out of a two-piece body of full roasted maple. So that means this is not a top. The whole body is made out of this giant piece of gorgeous flame maple. It's got one seam line on the bottom, two pieces, and it's just got some incredible grain and quilt on this guitar. It really dances around in the light, and just a really gorgeous looking body, and the back looks similar too. We've got a three-way toggle switch, and then we've got a volume and a tone with EMG active pickups. These are EMG 81s. And then we've got a real original Floyd Rose trem system on this guitar with an EVHD tuner. So how this works is you pull this out and it automatically puts the guitar into whatever tuning you set it for. So usually drop D. So you'd pull that out and it changes the guitar into drop D. We've also got a really thick, dark ebony fingerboard with a 12-inch radius. It's a 22 frets, Dunlop nickel frets. It's also got the green glow inlay on this, and that's also what's inlaid on the headstock as well. So this is like a luminescent glowing inlay. So basically you charge it up with some UV light or a flashlight, and then it'll glow. It looks great on stage. It's easy to see in dark environments, and it's just pretty cool. Then we've got our roasted maple neck. So let's have a look at the back here. So this is a master grade bird's eye roasted maple neck, and yeah, you can see the whole thing is just covered in really gorgeous bird's eye. And then there's the back of the headstock there. This is one piece roasted maple bird's eye neck, and just a gorgeous piece of wood. It's also got the locking Planet Waves auto trim tuners. So these are pretty cool tuners. You just put them in and lock them and it automatically snips the string, so you don't need to actually cut it yourself. We've got a Graphtec nut. It's got a two-way truss rod just in that little cavity there, and Planet Waves string retainers, string trees. Yeah, 12-inch radius with the 25.5-inch scale, and the fretwork looks beautifully done on here. We've got nice rounded fret ends, a nice rolled fingerboard on the sides, no fret sprout at all, and the frets themselves look very nice and polished. And then yeah, there's a look at the body on the back. So yeah, because this is such a big thick piece of maple, you get all sorts of different styles of flame on the body everywhere you look. So we've got some nice stripy flames on the back here. We've also got a nice matched maple cavity cover here that looks like it's just fitted perfectly into the body. It looks really, really good. Really nice craftsmanship on this guitar. And yeah, it takes a lot more time if you don't have CNC machines and stuff like that. So pretty cool. There's our battery compartment for our active pickups. This is a Killer Components big brass block. So a nice big brass block for the Floyd trem here. And then this little device here is called the FU Tone Trem Setter. So this just allows the trem block only to go back so far. So that means you can only use your tremolo system as far as you want, and you can set it yourself however you like. And then we've got our gold hardware 4-screw bolt-on right there. So yeah, just a really gorgeous guitar made with just top-of-the-line stuff. I'm excited to go through all the specs and take it apart and then plug it in. So let's go ahead and get it on the bench. So this guitar is not weight relieved in any way. It's just solid flamed roasted maple. So all of that being said, very nice weight at 9 pounds even. Width at the nut is a 1.69, and at the 12th fret a 2.02. Neck depth at the 1st fret is a 0.85, and at the 12th fret a 0.878. So this guitar also has an asymmetrical neck profile. So that means it's just shaped a little bit more ergonomically to fit in your hand a little bit better. The general idea is to get a more comfortable and proper playing position across all frets on the neck. And it's supposed to reduce the strain on your wrists, fingers, and your forearm. So yeah, that's a very nice spec. All right, let's have a look at our pickups and our pickup routes here. Just gonna weasel one out. All right, so yeah, just your standard EMG 81s, great pickups. And then we've got a little piece of foam at the bottom here. That's to help with our pickup heights. And then having a look at our route here. So yeah, super nice clean route. And then yeah, you can see this is just one big, huge, thick piece of flamed roasted maple. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen a guitar that had the entire body as one slab. It's a two-piece body, but it's just a one big piece slab of flamed maple, which is kind of cool. So we've got limited string space here because of the locking tuner, so I just want to see if I can sneak one out here without causing any problems. There we go. I took some foam with me, but that's alright. And then here's a look at our bridge route. And there we are. Yeah, so nice clean route again. And there's our EMG 81. And our foam is what's helping us set our pickup height. And then at the very bottom of the route there, you can see that FU trim setter. So that's just how far you can use your trim on there. So that's kind of a neat how they did that. And then the Floyd Rose route looks nice and clean as well. Another interesting thing, so there's our D tuner. So you pull this out to put the guitar into like a drop D. So there it goes. And then you push it back in to go back to standard, or however you want to send it. You can change the tunings on there as well. And then one thing I noticed, which is pretty cool, on the bottom of our trem bar here, just going to go ahead and unscrew it. It's actually got a little Allen key right at the bottom of the trem bar. I've never seen that before, but you can use that, adjust these keys when you're changing your strings. So that's a really neat idea, and I've never seen that before, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's have a look at our cavity here. So we've got our ridiculously gorgeous cavity plate that matches the back really nicely. And this is a tricky thing to do if you're hand building guitars, is to get this cavity plate fitting just perfectly in this route, and he's done that here, so it's nice. And the back is nice and shielded with copper shielding, and our wiring looks super neat. We've got our EMG quick connect system here, along with our three-way switch and our output jack. The output jack is also pretty cool. It's like a telly style, pretty classy looking output jack there. And this is our Floyd trem route here. Everything looks good, nice and clean. There's no back cover at all. There's not even any screw holes for one, so it's kind of meant to be without one. And there is our flip up battery compartment there. So it's just a 9-volt that flips up, and you can easily pull out your 9-volt. And yeah, so nice and easy for that as well. And everything's shielded and looks neat and clean, and the routes look great too. So here's a look at our neck route, nice and clean. And you can see that this nice piece of flame maple just is flamed the whole way through. You can even see the flame in the neck pocket there. And then here's a look at our bird's eye neck, which is also just a nice clean route. And it fits in there nicely as well. Not a lot of movement there. So yeah, overall very nice craftsmanship there. So let's have a quick look at the condition of this guitar. So for those of you that watch my channel, you also know that I have this INUKSHUK Flying V that I had custom made for me by James at INUKSHUK Guitars, and I absolutely adore it. It's a fantastic guitar. I do have a review and demo of that guitar, and I'll put the link in the description. And I have one other guitar that he sent me that I reviewed as well, so I'll put that link in the description as well. And yeah, all three have just been fantastic guitars. I'm just going to show you how this glow inlay works. So I've got a black light flashlight here, so all you do is go over it a couple times. You can also do this with a normal flashlight, or just have the guitar sitting in like a highlight environment and it'll automatically charge too. So there it is, just glowing away. And then if I turn off the lights, it really does glow really brightly. Looks great on stage, or you can really see your fret markers in like a low light environment too. So there's a look at our master grade bird's eye maple neck, and the headstock looks great. So this is a demo guitar that was sent to me, so there are a couple small, you know, marks and dings here and there, but overall really clean condition. And so this has a Floyd Rose, but it doesn't need a locking nut because we've got the locking tuners and a self-lubricating Graphtec nut here as well. So you'll still get that tuning stability, but you don't need the string tree retainers. So that's cool. And then have a look at our really dark ebony fingerboard, and just our super polished, excellent condition frets. No marks or anywhere on the frets. And the ends are super rounded and smooth. No fret sprout at all. And yeah, the asymmetrical neck profile feels really nice as well. Just look at our body. So yeah, there's like the odd little mark here and there. So this was a demo guitar sent to me, but I am going to have this up on the reverb page. James doesn't have his own reverb page at the moment, so I'm going to be selling this for him. So if you're interested in this guitar, it'll be for sale there. And yeah, just super gorgeous grain all over the body here, and just a few small marks and imperfections in the finish. And this is a really nice hand oil rubbed finish, so it's kind of got that satin feel, but it's also a little bit glossy, so it feels great. Have a look at the back. Again, just a few very small impressions you can see in the light, but overall it's pretty nice. No major gouges or dings anywhere. And just another look at our gorgeous master grade bird's eye neck, one piece. It's got a nice little volute here too. And our auto clip locking Planet Waves tuners, which are very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and check the setup. So using my notch straight edge, you can see that the truss rod is set nice and tightly. There's just a small little gap between the notch straight edge and the fingerboard. That means the neck is nice and straight. And then in the 3rd fret area, when I use the 3rd fret, you can see that the string is resting almost right on top of that 1st fret. So that tells us that The neck is nice and straight, the truss rod's set tight, and our nut is cut really well. So we've got nice low action in that area. And then here at the 12th fret, at our low E, it's sitting at about a 1.25, and our high E is just under, it's about a 0.75, between 0.75 and 1. So very nice low action. Alright, I'm just going to quickly go over all the frets throughout the fretboard to make sure there's no buzzing or fretting out anywhere. I like to speed up this part of the video, but if you want to hear it in real time, just slow down your player to 25%. Alright, yeah, so super nice low action and not even a hint of buzz anywhere or fretting out. So the asymmetrical neck profile feels great. It really feels comfortable in your hand, and the fret ends are just nice and rounded, as well as the rolled edges of the fingerboard feel great. Not even a hint of fret sprout. And just another look at that super big piece of ebony that's used for the fingerboard. Yeah, it feels great, and the frets are super polished, so it's easy to bend. It's a great feeling neck. Alright, let's plug it in and hear how it sounds. Plugged into my 65 Deluxe Reverb reissue, and we're just going to go through the tones here. I'm going to start off in clean in each position, and then we'll do a little bit of overdrive, and then a little bit of heavier distortion. So yeah, it sounds great clean. I really love EMGs for clean, actually. You get some really nice clean tones out of these pickups. Yeah, okay, we'll try it out with a little bit more overdrive. All right, final thoughts on the Inquisitor, a custom build by James at INUKSHUK Guitars. Wow, it's really fantastic. Just the woods are gorgeous. Like, when have you ever seen that on a guitar? And that's just one or two pieces of wood, but just a solid body of flamed maple. Just gorgeous. And that neck with all that bird's eye roasted as well as the body. Super thick ebony fingerboard. It's just beyond premium woods used in this thing, and it's pretty stunning. To get something like this made from a custom shop like Gibson Custom Shop or Fender Custom Shop would be just a staggering amount of money. And James has these very fairly priced. And just the fit and finish and attention to detail was just great on this guitar. The frets are just super rolled and super polished, and no dead spots anywhere. Just excellent fretwork. The asymmetrical neck profile feels great. The Floyd works great, stays in tune really, really well. And these tuners are actually quite nice too. These are the Planet Waves auto cut locking tuners. They work great. This thing really did stay in tune well. And I always forget how great EMGs can sound. And this specific guitar, I really loved these picks. They're not usually my favorite, but this thing sounded great clean, with a little bit of overdrive and more distortion and everything in between. This is a very versatile guitar. You can play pretty much anything with it, and it's going to sound great. And just the playability and comfort of this thing is next level. So yeah, he just used top-of-the-line materials and hardware, and this thing is just spec'd right out. It's a really incredible guitar. And all three guitars that I've gotten from James have all been amazing. I'm going to leave links to the other two guitars that I reviewed in the description. And he also does custom builds, so you can actually contact him and he'll build you whatever you want as well. These are incredibly fairly priced guitars, and I'm going to have this one up for sale on the Reverb if you're interested. And it comes with a hard shell case as well. Again, I own an INUKSHUK. That's my Flying V up there, which I love. And yeah, I personally endorse these guitars. They're fantastic. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you for tuning in to Beckler Guitars and Repair, and I'm going to have more for you really soon. Thanks a lot.